So just to let those on Zoom know, we are today. Today is our Mastermind Network Connect with Each Other event, and so we're only going to do the beginning part on Zoom, and then we'll probably shut it down. And I'm just noticing, do you mind sitting over at this table and checking in there? And then I think we're only supposed to have 5 tables open, so if we see people coming over, just use that for Mark. Can you show her that? Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. So beautiful. Welcome to the Brevard Prosperity Initiative, brought together by the Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce. I see a lot of familiar faces. How many are here for the first time? Okay. Oh, this is so great. So just a little bit. First off, I want to thank some of our sponsors, and you'll hear a little bit more about how they support our community. One being Dwight and Wings of Grace.
Shannon,
Yes.
it's a blurred background, so we can't see. We just can see you.
Oh, thank you for letting us know. How's that? Okay.
Better, thank you.
Okay, perfect. So he's the president and founder of Wings of Grace Ministries, dedicated to empowering youth. Wings of Grace mentors teens through programs like its aviation initiative, where students can earn private pilot's license through community service. And the organization also provides affordable housing. They have how many units? 26 units?
30, and we've got 24 hopefully next week.
Awesome. So, yes, 30 units, 24 more under construction, and 80 planned for youth aging out of foster care. A seasoned real estate investor and licensed pilot, Dwight has led over 40,000 property transactions and continues to inspire, not 4,000. Please correct me. My reading adds zeros because I'm holding that big vision for you, right? Yeah. Property transactions and continues to inspire young people to aim high. So thank you, Dwight, so much for you. So just want to thank some of our sponsors. They help provide a platform that we're able to all utilize for free. And I just wanted to let you know our next event is a very special one. It's on the food panel discussion. Same place, same location. We have in Second Harvest Food Bank, Sharing Center of Central Brevard, Little Growers, and the Children's Hunger Project. And we are hoping that all of us can bring some donations for the Children's Hunger Project. They're gonna, we'll have some information on the event when you register at the chamber, also in our Heartbeat community, but we would love to send them with a truckload of stuff that they have ready to implement. And I have a little bit of a secret agenda today. How many businesses are here? Okay. Have you ever heard of the term cause marketing? Okay. So it's one of the things I help businesses really have a global impact through the marketing that they do. And this could be my word. I don't know if what it is, but cause marketing is where you align with a cause and your business is committed to giving back to that cause and you use that in your marketing. So how many of you have heard of Tom's Shoes? Right, where you buy a pair and they give a pair away. Isn't that great? I mean, how many people bought Tom's shoes because of that? And so I hope today, as you're a business owner and you're connecting with other organizations here, is there a cause that you can align with? Is there somebody that you can, that you can commit to giving back to? And I want to use Lisa Soloway, who's in our Heartbeat community, the board of directors for Ways of Life. Every real estate transaction, she gives a percentage to Ways for Life, and in all of her marketing and all of her branding and everything that she does, she shares, this is how I give back. So I just hope today that you'll be thinking about what is my cause right now, because I know for me, I love looking at businesses that are giving back, right? I would prefer, if I had a choice, apples to apples, and I see that they're donating something like Wings of Grace or Brevard Prosperity, right? I'm going to go, I want to invest in or spend with them. So does that make sense? All right. Anybody doing that already? Oh, cool. I love the new concept. So Brevard Prosperity Initiative. So you'll hear us talk a lot about the 10 pathways to prosperity. These are what the Florida Chamber has identified as the root cause. We'll go in a little bit deeper on how to access some of the data for Brevard County, but just want to pause here for a moment so that you can, pick as we get into the conversation, what's something that you're passionate about? I know some people say all of them, but is there one that really speaks to your heart? Okay. And Dan, oh my goodness, we are so blessed to have people that are into data. Dan has put together a map that we can easily see kind of where are the zip codes that we have, red being the ones with the highest level of poverty. And each event that you come back to, you'll be able to hear a little bit more about each root cause. And ideally, we want to work within those zip codes and support them. And that'll get us into a little bit of the mapping. Here's our schools, just kind of an outline of, they base everything on the 3rd grade reading level. One of the things I learned from this initiative is that the police department looks ahead to crime rates and their hires based upon what's happening in the 3rd grade reading level. They say they learn to read in up to 3rd grade, and then 4th grade on they read to learn. And so if they don't know how to read by 4th grade, there's kind of this continuous gap behind, and each of those root causes, if the parents are both working or transportation or food challenges, all that can impact that. So that's why we have the Brevard Prosperity Initiative. So you'll hear us talk a little bit. We have a couple of different apps that we use. And today, did everybody get checked in and get a text? Yes, okay. So that is our Networkr app. This is where you can literally see who you sat with at your table, and we're going to use this to switch tables and have conversations with different individuals. It'll be a lot of fun. And then our community is what we call Heartbeat, and Heartbeat is where outside of the meeting, if you have something that you need in your organization, you can come and post it. If you have a community event that you want to share, you can share that. This is where beyond the meeting, we can keep connecting and supporting each other and knowing what's happening. We're celebrating, we have over 16 members, but our goal is to get to 200 in the next year. And if you haven't downloaded the app, you may want to just take a picture of this afterwards. You can set up a profile. What's really great is there's algorithms in there to try to help match you up with who you're looking for. So when you go in there, you can set up your picture, your logo, and it'll ask you who is your ideal partner or what do you need next, and it will keep track and try to match you up with them. Okay, I'm so excited about this part. Asset mapping. I wanted to introduce Tara Pagliarini, and she's executive director for Family Promise of Brevard, where she leads efforts to prevent and end family homelessness through innovation, community-driven solutions. With a background in social work and deep experience in cross-sector collaboration, oh my goodness, I love your collaboration. I love everybody that's here in their collaboration. She brings strategic lens to system change. Today, she'll share briefly insights on asset mapping and how aligning resources can drive greater impact across Brevard. Yay.
Good to see you. I appreciate the minutes that we'll just share about the work that you're doing. If we haven't met, Family Promise of Brevard, we relocated into the city of Cocoa in zip code 32922. It's our most distressed zip code in Brevard County, and we moved there in 2023 and built during the pandemic. And the idea there was, how can we come into this space where the most families were facing housing instability and food insecurity, and just pour into that space. And when we got into that space, the first thing that we learned is there were a lot of really great organizations in that zip code in 32922, but they were very siloed in their approach to helping that specific community. And so the first thing that I helped to do was to just bring those cross-sector leaders together. So the library, our government officials, our police department, our sharing center, Matthew's Hope, the Children's Hunger Project,
The Chamber.
Boys and Girls, the Chamber, all of the partners together in a monthly meeting that we call the 922 crew. We just started talking about like, what resources do we have? What gaps exist? How can we bring our collective resources together to better serve that zip code? And from there, we kind of birthed this first version of what we call an asset map of all of those assets that we identified that would help a family stabilize. We actually put up onto an online platform of assets with current and correct information that we could control on a regular basis and use amongst our group. So it was inward facing to the providers at the table so that we could better connect to each other and maximize outcomes for our residents in that zip code. That started there. The North area saw the asset map and said, hey, we have a group that's already forming and we would love to kind of take what you started and build it north. And it was just a really incredible opportunity where the map that we were using, we actually created an opportunity for the North area to build another version of it, but within the same platform. So we had a COCO map and a North map. And at the same time, I had taken over the directorship of the Direct Services Committee for the Brevard Homeless Coalition. And they were looking at how do we take these geographic approaches to addressing homelessness? Like, how could we do better? And it was like, hey, they're aligned with asset mapping. They said, we want to do this. Can we just join this together? And so we just started creating these geographic kind of these work groups that kind of forged these opportunities to build asset maps that could ultimately be threaded together to create a super map of Brevard County of these assets. Melbourne started just recently within the past month. They launched their first work groups, and some of you were there. And the idea is that work group is going to come together, bring their resources together. Same thing. What do we have? What's missing? How do we map what we have? And then with that mapping, identify what those gaps. So it's an opportunity to build active work groups with this asset map. And we've started conversations about Palm Bay. Palm Bay grew a little differently. The chamber grew first before the work group, right? Before the boots on the ground work group. You do have people within and organizations within the chamber that touch our most vulnerable, but the actual work group didn't start the same way that it may have started in those other 3 geographic areas. So it's really exciting to see where this can go. And we're excited to share any information with you that we can. Sarah from Brevard Homeless Coalition and myself, please reach out if you have questions that we can answer. You're just going to see this kind of develop. And so more to come.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, questions about it, definitely get with Marcus or Julie because of the local one. And we are looking for somebody, Marcus. Tonight we say thank you to our city councilman for being here. We're so grateful. You can speak with them, but we are looking for somebody that wants to spearhead the chamber area, you know, getting boots on the ground and that. I was so impressed, Tara, with the manual that you put together and just how you documented this so it can be duplicated. And if you haven't done a tour of their place or you haven't done a tour of Dwight's place, I really encourage you to do that. That really opens your heart and mind to what resources we have. Okay. So just wanted to highlight, we do have a virtual gathering that we're doing September 23rd. That's from 10 to 11. We go over at a real high level quickly a little bit about our online communities, just so you can learn and use those tools. And we're super excited. If you haven't seen what they've updated in the courses, CareerSource has went in and uploaded so many awesome tools. Definitely something to look at. And then we get in on the Zoom and dive a little bit deeper on what are you looking for? How can we support you? And that. So that's September 23rd. All right. This is the fun part. We're going to say goodbye to you guys on Zoom because we're going to network. Thank you, Lisa, for being here. Thank you, Buddy. I mean, I'll leave it on for a minute, but just want you to know we're going to dive into this part. So